So I was browsing the Amanamonicon, as you do, and I came across these red slimy guys, and let me just read it in its entirety. The assault trooper in the Blobulonian army, 3rd Division, capable of subdividing upon death and overwhelming their foes with numbers. The feared Blobulonian Empire once spanned 1,000 worlds, and only began to crumble after a disastrous winter campaign. Blobulonians crave battle above all things, and in the Gungeon they can relive their glorious and cruel legacy. Okay, so 3 words stood out to me here. Disastrous winter campaign. What other country we know had that? So if you don't already know, during World War II in 1942, Hitler launched a ground invasion of Russia, and that went really well. Until the cold hit. And they were driven back to Germany and lost the war. Thus, the disastrous winter campaign. And this was already enough for me to conclude that these were probably based on Nazi Germany. But I decided to look for some more clues. Here it says Blobulons crave battle above all things, and in the Gungeon they can relive their glorious and cruel legacy. Cruel here stands out because it appropriately describes Hitler's reign, but it's not as solid evidence as the previous one. Side note, here it mentions that the Blobulons are from the 3rd Division, which coincides with the 3rd Panzer Division in the German army, which apparently in 1940, when Germany was invading Poland, they lost one of its 2 tank regiments to allow for the creation of further tank divisions, and gained an infantry regiment instead, basically dividing into smaller parts, like the Blobulons. This is probably just a really funny coincidence, but who knows. If you look at the Blobuloid entry, you'll notice here it says, Blobuloids are known for overwhelming their prey with pincer strategies. Guess who also used their strategies? Yep, Nazi Germany, specifically in the Blitzkrieg of the armed forces, an example being when they used it to defeat the Allied forces at the Western Front, taking Paris and then France with it. Oh, and I haven't been mentioning these, but the headlines at the top also give us some hints, like here it says Divide and Conquer, which pretty much sums up what they did in the Blitzkrieg. The Blobulan entry doesn't give us more clues, which is unfortunate. So yeah, with all of this, I'm pretty confident in saying that Blobulons are Nazis, and wait, what about other Blobulon species? The Poisbulon entry reads, Poisbulons represent a terrifying advancement in Blobulonian warfare, I'm not even trying at this point, leaving a toxic trail in their wake. The Blobulonian Empire is not a signatory of the Geneva Conventions, and is not bound by the traditional restrictions on chemical weapons. Aha! Another clue, which admittedly isn't as strong as the other ones, because Germany wasn't the only country to make use of chemical weapons, and that didn't even happen in World War II, it was rather in World War I when they fired tons of chlorine gas against the French. Still, it does reinforce the fact that these creatures are pieces of shit. Literally. So there it is, my admittedly overanalyzed theory that the Blobulon race is based on Nazi Germany, which is probably wrong anyways. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.